Okay, so we are welcoming two members to our GDLA team, our family, I should say, Melvin Robert and Jenn Lammers.
Hi.
Good morning.
Yeah,
It's good to be with you all. Good to be with all
So
of
you guys officially start tomorrow at 6, but we're bringing you in early to tell us all about yourselves. We can't wait. We're learning middle names.
Yeah,
we're
we're learning middle names.
You bake, you cook, you sing, you dance.
Yes, it's so exciting to be here. It's so excited to join this team. This show's so iconic. I grew up watching this show. I grew up in Southern California, so it's just very surreal actually to be sitting here with you and with all of you.
And to be able to be in people's homes every day and be a part of their morning routine is such a privilege.
And you're like coast to coast because you've been in the Fox family forever, Jenn. I remember watching you in New York. Yeah.
Yep, I co-hosted Good Day Wake Up at Fox 5 in New York, and now the West Coast came a-calling.
Yeah.
So we're here.
We do have good weather. I mean,
Yes, you can't beat the weather.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to get to know you guys a little. You've been around, actually, behind the scenes. I love it because during commercial breaks you come out and chat with us.
Yes.
But we haven't really gotten a chance to really officially welcome you. So we want to get to know you, and you have a little something prepared for that.
We do. So obviously there's like a whole get to know you phase when you start a new adventure like this. We need to learn about each other. The audience needs to learn about us and see what we're all about.
So the producers decided it might be fun and frankly less work for them if they had Melvin and I interview each other. And even though, we've worked together for a little while now, it turns out we learned some new stuff.
Why did you decide to pursue a career in TV?
Because actually TV wasn't even my original pursuit. I wanted to be a writer.
Really?
That was my goal. And even my parents have this saved in their house. It's a little paper cloud that I made. My big dream is to be a writer and an illustrator someday.
Do you draw?
I used to. God, I took lessons.
I was gonna say,
I took lessons.
Let me tell you
God,
something.
I can't even draw stick figures anymore, dude.
I'm just learning that you're an illustrator, and I have yet to receive any type of illustration drawing from you, Jennifer.
Listen,
I will call you by your full name.
If you, you're
What's up with that?
If you want, I will make you gifts like I'm back in second grade. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can do it. So yeah, I mean the TV thing kind of happened for me after high school. I hosted this public access news show in Dover, Ohio.
What was it called?
That did fairly well. I don't even know what it was called, but I was executive producer, okay?
Coming in hot, everybody.
Yeah, not to brag, and the host. So I fell in love with that, and storytelling. What's the last text message that you sent somebody today?
The last text message actually was from my Aunt Debbie.
Oh, really?
She's a frequent texter during the show. This is my mom's sister.
Okay.
So probably one of the most frequent messages I will receive while I'm on live television is from my Aunt Debbie.
Oh, you got to put that phone to silent
Fix your collar, straighten your tie. There's something, on your shirt, like literally. And I'm like, I'm on live TV, but she likes to text a lot.
Well, can I be your Aunt Debbie right now? Your mic cord is hanging down, dude.
Yeah, she wouldn't like that.
Yeah, she wouldn't like it. But I also expect your Aunt Debbie to be on the lookout for both of us.
Oh, don't worry.
Can you put in a request?
Don't worry.
Okay, good.
My mom is more of like my mom will text, but my mom doesn't really, she's not going there like necessarily during the show unless it's egregious.
Oh, my mom will.
Aunt Debbie, that's my mom's sister. She's on one sometimes.
She gets after it.
She's the best.
It comes from a place of love.
Oh, for sure.
Always.
She wants me to be all that I can be.
Absolutely.
And be the best that I can be, yeah. So you're a mom.
I am a mom.
Of Ethan, who is 1.
Yes.
How has that changed your life?
It has unlocked superpowers for me. It has opened my eyes to what it means to be a woman, what it means to be human. I now look at life a lot differently in that my priorities are completely different. I would say before kids, work was number 1. That was my first love, that was my obsession. But now that I had Ethan, it's just everything that I do in my life is now for him.
Oh,
Shout out to little E-Bear.
E-Bear.
E-Train.
E-Train.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing when you have kids how everything changes?
Honestly.
You still want to pursue all the things you wanted to pursue and you're still motivated, but definitely priorities shift.
Right. And it makes things that used to seem so big a lot smaller.
Yes. And also
Perspective.
their innocence is there. So when you're in this crazy world that we're in, covering these crazy stories, you go home to the innocence and you're reminded of the good in the world.
Yes. Is it tough for you as a mom to like read some stories that might involve children?
Oh, yeah.
I can't even get through it. Like I can't even, it just changes your whole attitude toward everything, really.
We've cried on set many times.
I bet.
think talking about some stories that really hit home, and you feel impacted because you think of your own family, your own children.
Right.
So yeah,
And
absolutely.
you always felt sad before, but after you have kids, you all of a sudden can see yourself going through this,
Yes.
the
'Cause that's
story
your
you're reading,
experience,
and
too.
you're
Feel what
like,
they're feeling.
you are just hit in such a way that even when you leave work, you're thinking about these
Yeah.
stories.
You know what I feel like that about? I'm not a parent. I don't have kids yet, but I do feel like that with school shootings because I was in education for 11 years. So having to cover a school shooting on live TV, I always just kind of, it hits me so deeply because as a teacher, you make this promise to parents, right, that they're going to drop their kid off and there will be a safe return. And you're in possession of those kids all throughout the day, and when those shootings happen, I mean, it's so difficult for me because
Yeah, we
I
think
just
about
empathize
that
so
because
deeply. Yeah.
schools are supposed to be the safest place, right?
Yes.
And we think about now what
Yes.
teachers have to go through to protect our children.
Yeah.
It's just.
You were a high school teacher, right?
I was a high school teacher for 8 years. I was a teacher, a counselor, and an administrator. High school, college, middle
Melvin's
school.
lived like 3 lives.
I'm a cat. I'm a cat. I have like 15 lives,
Same
everybody.
age, but
He's
3
not
lives.
that old, which is weird. I know. I'm like, how did you do all the things you've managed to do?
Just grit. I just did what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be a teacher. I come from a long line of teachers. My mom was a teacher for 4 years with LA Unified, my grandma as well for 30 years. So it's just in me.
By the
you
way,
know?
Melvin's also a baker and a cook.
Yeah,
He brought
right?
all the, yesterday he
Treats.
spent his afternoon baking for us. I didn't get a chance to taste it yet.
You have to have the brown butter cookies.
sounds like
It's my love language. It's my love language.
And you're bearing the lead because you're a fantastic dancer, singer. You have you play music in your head like
All day.
All these
constantly.
things
My
are
life
flat
is a
out.
musical.
So let's see some moves.
My life is
My life is a musical. But it's like truly, I have to tell you, it's such a gift to be here with all of you, and it's such a gift to be on this show and to be a part of this family. And look, we know that we have to earn some trust and we have to build some equity with the audience, and we're really committed to doing that and to earning your trust. And we're so grateful that you'll be with us in the morning.
Well, we are excited to have you, and I think we're a pretty fun group. So
I think so. I've watched over the years. I think so.
You're in the right place. And Maria's not so bad either.
Not so bad.
Yes.
No, even at this early hour.